Hello everybody and welcome to lesson 06. In this lesson I'll be explaining active and passive voice in future progressive or future continuous tense. Actually, changing active sentences to passive sentences or active form to passive form in future continuous or future progressive tense. Let's start it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So first, affirmative and negative sentences. Look at the first example. I will be recording a new video. The subject of this sentence is I and the object is video, which means the subject over here is the doer of this action, recording, and the object, video, is the receiver of this action. So when we change it to passive form, the subject of the active sentence becomes object of preposition. I here is changed to me over here, and the object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence, and main verb is changed to past participle third form. Like here, recording, it is in ing form, but here it is changed to third form. But as I've said before in my other lessons, that being, the auxiliary being should be used in all continuous tenses in passive form as an auxiliary. So I will be recording a new video. A new video will be being recorded by me. Here the subject, I, is the doer of this action, and the object is the receiver of this action. But here video becomes the subject of a passive sentence. Therefore, it is not the doer of this action. It is the receiver of this action, and the object, me, object of preposition, is the doer of this action. Now look at the second example. He will not or he won't be buying a book. Okay, complete form, he will not, or short form, he won't be buying a book. So he, the subject, and a book is the object. So the main verb is buying, and the subject of this sentence is the doer of this action. The object is the receiver of this action. So again, a book, which is object here, it becomes the subject of a passive sentence. A book will not, or a book won't be being bought by him. Okay, buying, in ing form, main verb is in ing form, but in passive form it is changed to third form or past participle form, bought. But before that, being should be used. If it's future continuous tense, actually we need like three auxiliaries, like want to negative form, then be as auxiliary, and then being as well. So interrogatives or yes no questions. So first you bring will, then subject, then be, and then main verb in ing form, then object. Will you be teaching me? Will you be teaching me? Now, will I be being taught by you? See, object of the active sentence became the subject of our passive sentence. And you, it's in same form, but here it is subject, here it's object. In main verb, teaching is changed to past participle third form. So will you be teaching me? Will I be taught? Will I be being taught by you? And now look at this example. Will she be insulting him? Will he be being insulted by her? So again, she's the doer of this action, and him is the receiver of this action. But here, the object became subject, and the subject became object of preposition. Negative interrogatives. Will he be not taking her abroad? Now, complete form. Will he be not taking her abroad? Again, he is the doer of this action, taking, and her is the receiver of this action, is the object of this sentence. So now again, look, her, it's in object pronoun, and it is changed to subject pronoun over here. Why? Because the object of our active sentence becomes the subject of a passive sentence. So will she be not being taken abroad by him? Will she be not being taken abroad by him? Subject is the doer of action, therefore we say it's active form, active voice. And here subject is the receiver of the action, therefore we say it's passive form. So now the short form here, instead of will she, now you may say won't he or won't she. Won't he be taking her abroad? Okay, in here, won't she be being taken abroad by him? Won't she be taking her abroad? Won't she be being taken abroad by him? This is how it works. Now, information questions or WH questions. So at the beginning of your sentence, you bring WH question word, then will, or it could be going to. I mean, instead of will, you may use be going to. Then subject, then be itself as auxiliary verb or as helping verb, and then main verb in ing form, building, and then object. So he is the subject and a house is the object over here. So where will he be building a house? Now you want to change it to passive form. You bring the same WH question word at the beginning of your passive sentence and the same auxiliary will, like where will, okay? But here, I mean, the object of your active sentence should be used as the subject of a passive sentence, a house. And then be, auxiliary be, and then being in continuous tenses, and then main verb building, it is in ing form here, but here it is changed to past participle third form, and then by him. So he became him here, it became object of preposition. So now look at it. Where will he be building a house? Where will a house be being built by him? Here the question is, I mean, the subject is the door of this action and the object is the receiver. So therefore we say it's active voice. And here the subject, which is a house according to grammar here, is the receiver of this action, but not the doer of this action. So therefore we say it is passive voice. And last example, what will she be cooking tonight? What will she be cooking tonight? So it's kind of tricky again if you look at it. Like there's, I mean, there's subject she, but we don't see any object here. So the question is about object, okay? The thing or whatever food that is going to be cooked by her is the object, but the question is about the receiver of action or about the, therefore the word what itself functions as the object of this sentence. And I brought it in red color. Look, what will she be cooking tonight? So now the question is about the object, about the receiver of the action. And again, when you change it to passive form, the same WH question word is brought at the beginning over here. But now, I mean, you don't bring, I mean, subject she becomes the object of preposition her, by her, okay? So, but you need three auxiliaries, will, be, being, okay? What will be being cooked by her tonight? What will be being cooked by her tonight? So, active form and passive form. Thanks for watching this video, and if you got any questions regarding active and passive voice, please ask your questions in the comment section below, and please continue this series of active and passive voice in all 12 tenses, and stay with the Practical Englishman. Have a great time, and bye-bye.